Stone Cold's a bad Yute, bro. Like,
Is there anyone who's had bars that you've actually been impressed with?
not really. Dissing man to promote your mix CD, geek.
The album's called All Dorks Must Die. You've been calling out dorks in the industry for a minute now. How are you feeling about the industry being run by dorks these days? Is it the same as when you started this, or has there been a little bit of change from your impact?
It's changing, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, nah, it's changing. It's changing a lot. People seem to care a lot more about the art.
Yeah.
Like, I think for so long, I was just hearing weird conversations. Like, people talking about music with integers and numbers and metrics, and like, I'll go to the studio and people are talking to me about the content and like all this weird stuff. Bro, man ain't even finished the verse. A man wanted to have a meeting with me to talk about content. This is so weird. Like, yeah, no, we can get 10 bits of content and da-da-da-da. And we hadn't finished the song. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for like promoting my tune and that, but when the music feels like it's secondary to like, you lose me.
You're working backwards.
For me, like, there's not that I think everyone needs to follow that path, but for me, you get me? People talking to me about stuff that I don't care about. I don't care about, yo, the metrics, and people talking to man about, yo, you need to get on the latest trend. What the hell are you talking about? I make music. I need to make a cold song. I'm concentrating on what's the latest trend. When I started coming back into music, I was just hearing all this stuff and no one was talking about music. But I look about now, it feels like there's been a refresh, like a reset. I don't know how or what, but I just feel like people are just approaching music from a different perspective.
The album opens with Jordan, which really sets the tone. You're back, you're doing you, regardless of what other people think. Do you think more musicians need to be making music for themselves in that way?
Jordan,
Yeah.
set it, we got a set pace. You get me, man, straight out the gate, when you play the album and you hear this, you know, taking it to them. You get me? I gotta bring you to my world.
Yeah.
You get me? This ain't the other thing, the catchy thing, the popping thing, the latest trending thing. This ain't that. This is ADMD, always us, never them.
And you've never been afraid to take risks. Where did that come from, that sense of like, I'm gonna do what I want. If people get it, they get it, and if they don't, like, it's not for them.
As young as I can remember, like, my parents always were like so big on me, like being like an individual and having my own mind. I might get in more trouble for following someone else. If I got in trouble because I done what I done, that's one thing. But if I got in trouble because I was following someone else, oh no, this is crazy. So I always kind of been just comfortable, and I think where I was the only child for so long, you just kind of get used to just seeing things your way.
And I actually wanted to speak to you about family a little bit. What other impact did your family have on this project?
I probably would say like my kids, they're like my little A&Rs, mainly them. My cousin a little bit, he don't really care like what I think. He's gonna tell me, nah, this one. Everyone might be rating a song, he don't care, he don't like.
And does that opinion mean more to you than what everyone else thinks then?
I don't know what it means more, but it means something different.
Yeah.
If it's making sense to him, then I know I'm really making sense, so, but yeah. No, I wouldn't say my family too much on this project, no.
Okay, yeah, it's all Scorch.
Yeah, it's more me.
And I also wanted to chat about, in Steve and Metric, you have called out people in the industry for wanting money over actually making music that feels authentic. Talk to me about that a little bit.
I think like when you look at somebody like Drake trying to get out their deal, people are starting to see like, maybe at a time when I was seeing certain things, like it might have looked crazy at the time. However many people are kind of falling back in love with music. I think we're seeing like artists and musicians and that take pride in their work. Like I see so many people that are caught in between the profile that they built for themselves, people that have built a profile around them being like career criminals or hit makers or whatever it may be, that are leaning into the art now.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking at it like that from a while ago.
Again, you'll be the first to do it, and people will follow when they finally clock that it's what they should be doing.
Do you know what? It's not even about being first. It's just more about, for me, more about like being true to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care too much about first, second. Like we drove here, like we saw a guy there, he's, yo, Scorch, man, I rate that thing with Gigs. I rate that, like
the actual connections that you're making with the people who listen to your music.
When that's your foundation and you got the other stuff on top of that, the money, the streams or the fans in other places, all of that is great on top of that foundation of like you being true to yourself as an artist or whatever. and as a person.
On Back from the Dead, you say you come up with lyrics in 5 minutes. What was the process of making this whole album like? Like, was it a quick thing? Did these songs just come to you? Or is this a project that you've been working on for a while?
There's tracks on there that go as far back as members only. Initially, like, I was just dropping songs.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about an album. But then it was weird because there was all these songs that I've had through this whole run. And then he's like, my manager, everyone's like, but no, but you got to put them on there. But I'm like, huh? Like, it's mad. But yeah, so I didn't really do too much work on it as like a project. It's more of like a run that kind of captures like a period of time. And you can kind of see like throughout the songs, like the different modes that I was in at different times.
And do you have a personal favourite from the album?
It changes. It changes a lot, man. You'll go and perform one song in one place. The feeling that you get from performing that there, you're like, oh, this is this one. And then
So it all comes back to how the fans are connecting.
Yeah. I got a song, Reload. I had the song over a year. All the man them have heard Reload. They heard it at the time. No opinions, no nothing. Fast forward a year later, I was in Glasgow, performed that song, it's gone off. The man them are like, oh, yo, this song. I'm like, I showed you this song. They're like, no, you ain't showing us this. I'm saying, brother. But I remember there's another song that they was rating at the time, so they just didn't care. I wrote 917 on the way to the Mobos and just had it for a time, not knowing that people would really put it out. And it was like, but I would have never known. It chops and changes.
When you were making the songs for this project, was there anywhere maybe that was a bit surprising that you pulled references from, just a bit of inspiration that came from somewhere that people maybe wouldn't expect?
Steve.
Yeah?
Yeah, Steve.
So were you genuinely just watching the wrestling and you clocked the idea?
Nah. Like, I don't know why I ended up talking to my son about Stone Cold. I was like, Stone Cold's a bad Yute, bro. Like, he's proper, like, them man, they turn up to work and mash up their boss. Like, he's a real rude. His whole approach to wrestling, like, is how I feel about music sometimes. Like, sometimes, like, man, get it, like, inspo from characters or whatever, like, something about that. And then when I was making a record, felt like man was coming out at WrestleMania when I was listening to the beat and everything about it. Like, he's even, like, he's drinking beers and that. He's a millionaire just with the beers. Like, this is...
In the ring as well.
It's a bad youth. Yeah.
It doesn't matter where he is, he's going to be doing what he wants to do. Looking back on your early projects like Concrete Jungle and Simply the Best, how do you feel about that music all these years on later since you've like grown and evolved as an artist?
I think there's like moments in time and a lot of it laid the foundations for like the artist that I am today. I feel like a lot of stuff that I do now is like just an updated version of that because I'm still the same person. Like where I make music initially for myself and my like people in my orbit, it's like your shoe size, isn't it? Similar to when I was like, or clothes size, I might have gone up or down, but it's in the same
it's still you.
Ballpark, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at that as like the building blocks, like I'm still trying to get better.
Yeah.
Like I ain't ever really stopping on, like some people I think like they think they've solved this thing, like they've reached a sick, and I just never feel like that.
There's always space to grow.
That's how I feel.
I think it's important as an artist to know that as well. Otherwise, you know, if you're putting out exactly the same record again and again, people are going to get tired eventually.
Yeah. I would get tired of my own. I get tired of doing the same thing, so I get it,
You switch it up a bit. And you're also someone who isn't afraid to call people out when they're calling you out first. So is there anyone that you've actually enjoyed verbally sparring, going back and forth with? Like, is there anyone who's had bars that you've actually been impressed with?
Not really.
Well, that brings me on to my next question. Nasty's mentioned your name a lot, and people are saying that he shouldn't even be acting like he's part of the same conversations that you're in. What do you think of that whole situation?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Do you think it's a little bit of people using your name for clout?
I don't, you know what it is? I don't try and understand things that I don't rate. Some people are part of the scene. The scene, the here, the now, the today. And some people are part of the culture. I'm at the culture end of this.
Yeah.
Like my thing isn't about a one individual moment.
It's legacy.
That's what I'm pushing, you know.
People also want to know your thoughts around Wretch. People have been wondering for a long time, just where do things stand now?
Nowhere. I'm not the same frequency as guys. Like, see now I'm here promoting my album. Like, I wouldn't start talking about Wretch to promote my mix CV. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might make sense for him. That's not what my thing's about. My thing's about my actual music.
Yeah, music is speaking for itself.
Yeah, man, we just let the music do the talking, you know? If you want to listen to it, you can listen to it. I ain't going to trick you to listen to it, you know what I'm saying?
On the project, you've got a lot of features on there, a lot of great features. When you're deciding who you want to work with, like you say, is it just based on what, because it's not about the streams, it's not about the numbers. Are you picking people based on what they add to the music?
I got non-negotiables. Are you a geek? Are you a dork? Are you a dweeb? These immediately collapse all chances of us working.
What is it that makes someone a geek, a dork, or a dweeb?
They like,
is it based on vibes, or is it?
Yeah, like stuff like dissing man to promote your mix CD, geek, switching up, you know, like, oh yeah, let's do like inconsistency, we don't work with that. And just what you're like as a person. And then after all of that, is the music good? And then right at the end of all of that is business. Business does play a part. Do you know who I actually would like to work with? Mike Skinner.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually would like to work with Mike Skinner.
What kind of thing would you guys make?
Some wicked man music.
Yeah, because he's also
some bad, like, the streets.
I want to finish off by talking about the fans. You have people who have been championing you for years, die-hard fans. What does it mean to you to have a community of people that are riding for you and just understand what it is that you're doing and the impact that you're making?
Can't lie, it feels so good. Man come from MCing back in the day where it's just a whole different, you got to prove everything.
Yeah.
That's where man's coming from. So like, this new space where it's like, man's like appreciated. It makes man wanna kind of kick on kind of thing. Like, you don't really wanna let them down. I feel like when they're picking man, they're not picking like the easy pick to champion. It's a me and them thing. It's a gang thing.
Nice. And have you got plans to take this album on the road? Are you going to be playing shows to experience people vibing with the project in person?
We're supposed to have toured by now already, but in a good way, I guess things kind of kicked on, so it's like we got to reschedule the tour. I was in Bristol the other day, so I was kind of in an experimental mood. I was doing bare other stuff that I don't normally do. Like I done that same song that the man him didn't rate, Reload. I done it in Bristol, they rated this. They rated this.
People who get it.
Yeah, man. June the 5th, album out, All Dorks Must Die, ADMD.